Unlike some American voters, senators have come to terms with fact that the November presidential election will be a rematch of 2020 race. Even though polls showed the likely nominees were unpopular, senators remained enthusiastic about their party's frontrunner and showed few signs of regret about the choices ahead. "Stop treating this like fantasy football. Our nominee is clear," said Sen. Brian Schatz, an ardent supporter of President Biden. "Donald Trump has better story to tell because he can show his own record low inflation, low interest rates, a secure border, strong military," said Sen. Kevin Cramer, who supports the former president. Donald Trump withdrew from the race shortly after his governor, Doug Burgum, dropped out of the race last month. Interviews with 10 senators, 5 Democrats and 5 Republicans, revealed very similar expectations. Each side views the other's likely candidate as largely unelectable. The big difference is that Senate Democrats have long been a political bulwark for Biden and continue to support him publicly and privately, even though some polls suggest another Democrat would fare better against Trump. Despite calls from some party leaders, none seriously considered a primary challenge to him. This attitude spans the ideological spectrum and broad generational gaps in party caucuses. Joe Biden will beat him like a drum. Okay? Sen. Elizabeth Warren, who ran Biden's left in the 2020 primaries, said, "Donald Trump has done nothing to increase the number of people who want to see him as president. I think the president is in a very strong position," said Sen. Jon Ossoff, who at 36 is the youngest senator, in a critical state where Biden won by fewer than 12,000 votes. Ossoff noted that Georgia Republicans boasted about their growing economy and manufacturing sector. "We are in midst of a manufacturing investment boom in Georgia resulting directly from the manufacturing incentives and infrastructure policies we have passed," Ossoff said, praising bipartisan infrastructure bill of 2021. But Senate Republicans were the bloc of GOP leaders most resistant to another Trump candidacy. They lost the majority in 2020 and lost even more ground in 2022, with candidates repeating Trump's political style. By the summer of 2023, only 10 of 49 GOP senators had approved another Trump proposal. Shortly after New Year's Day, it became clear that he would cruise in Iowa and score a resounding victory in New Hampshire, leading 10 more Senate Republicans to formally endorse Trump this month. There were fewer than 20 candidates remaining, but all conceded his almost certain victory for the nomination. "We had many candidates who could beat Biden. I think the former president a chance to beat him," said Sen. Mike Rounds and Sen. Tim Scott, who has remained neutral since his first choice, dropped out of the race. Even Trump skeptics like Rounds give him the edge over Biden if he can run a disciplined campaign focused on his polic.